I've been blessed with the gift of time, so I can kind of do with my time what I want, which is also a difficult thing because I can do what I want, but sometimes if you don't know what you want to do, let me out! Sometimes if you don't know what you want to do, you don't do anything at all. So that's why I thought I'd make this video, to kind of like show you guys that sometimes it's not all just like hammering out music, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes it's easy to get swept up with other people, with other things, to get swept up with what you think people want, especially on a YouTube channel, where it's hard not to be like, okay, how many people have watched it, how many people like it, how many this, how many that, and all of a sudden you find yourself laying out content that doesn't necessarily excite you. I love doing tutorials, but sometimes like they're really tiring, especially the long form ones where when I show you guys how I write a piece of music. I'm going to be honest, sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes I don't know what to do. Sometimes I just don't know how to feel. Am I going to have to tell you outside? Here's my cat Stewie. I'd like to just tell you what I've been doing, rather than necessarily giving you like a tutorial or like this is how you do stuff, because you know, sometimes it feels like I'm running a rat race. So I thought I'd kind of try a newsletter type thing. Like this week I have been mostly eating type of thing. Because actually for me, yes, I find it interesting to see how and hear how people do the thing they do, but I also find it really interesting to find out about people's lives. You know, my favourite YouTubers aren't composers. They're essentially vloggers. I'm not saying to you that I'm going to be doing a vlog, but I kind of want to just talk to you about what I do during the week, because actually it's fun for me to have so much on the go. You know, you all know about my trailer music, so I write for Elephant Music and I've won lots of awards and got my stuff based on loads of trailers. But there are so many other things I do. So some of you might know that I also run the Trailer Music School, where we teach people how to do trailer music. And the exciting thing about that is this week we posted on there saying that I'm going to be doing monthly calls with the community. So only people who are part of the Trailer Music School community, and that is basically people who have purchased one or all of my courses. The other thing, and the other reason why I'm here, is because I also release piano music every month under my actual name. So this is the confusing part, although it's Richard Schreiber on this channel. Richard Schreiber is my trailer music pseudonym. So I release piano music under my actual name, Richard Prynne. And what I do there is I play the piano, I just improvise for every day of the week. So I liked the idea of it doing it every morning, but what happens is I actually batch them. I sit down on one morning and I batch it. So I would say, okay, so yesterday morning I sat down and improvised 7 pieces. Those pieces then get edited, mixed, mastered and released. I say edited because I make mistakes. The really fun thing about that is that I just get to write and create. I love sitting down and creating on the piano. It's kind of like a really raw expression. And the wonderful thing is I have a limitation, i.e. I can't really play that well. I can play, but I can't really play that well. So the whole thing of me releasing sort of 20 to 30 tracks every month under my name Richard Prynne on all the platforms like Spotify, etc., is that it's kind of like my audio sketchbook. It's me just playing. Some of the tracks are a minute long, some of them are 5 minutes long, some of them are well played, some of them are badly played. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted to kind of reduce the pressure on myself, because with the trailer music I have to produce obviously industry standard, perfectly mixed, mastered and structured tracks. Whereas this one, no one's telling me how to structure a track, no one's telling me you should be doing this, and it's great. The thing about the piano stuff is it ties in beautifully with this video. I'm creating because I want to create, and I'm creating what I want to create. For me it's about expression. So, oh yeah, this is my mess of a desk, by the way. I'm not really going to bore you with like a studio walkthrough at the moment because it's terribly messy. And it pretty much always is terribly messy because me and my wife share the space. My wife is an artist, so she creates beautiful artwork for album covers. So I guess what I'm kind of saying is that I'm just going to be having some fun on this channel. I'm going to be releasing stuff that I want to release for the fun of it. The part of you that just wants to play Lego because it's fun. You've seen me write music, but there are so many other aspects to this process, to this job. And I just think it'd be a really interesting insight for you. And also it'd be more fun for me for these videos to kind of be like, not like the Richard Schreiber show, but I guess kind of like the Richard Schreiber show. Because on my website, if you sign up, I send weekly newsletters, which basically just like, this is what I've been doing this week. Check out my projects. Because as a creative person, the thing that excites me is creation. It's creativity, is being creative. So me having an audience to share those creative things with excites me very much. Hi, I'm Zach Rivers. So the thing I'm very excited about at the moment is I have a synthwave moniker under the name of Zach Rivers. And under that moniker, I'm releasing his latest single, which is called 1983. The thing I really enjoyed about doing this synthwave stuff is, again, I can just do what I want and just have fun with it, creating music. It kind of takes me back to when I was a kid and I would just be playing guitar in my bedroom. The funny thing was, when I started, I was scared of showing my face. I was scared of even really talking. The talking over the videos scared me. It all scared me. But actually what I found over the years is this is what I enjoy more. The talking to you who are sat there watching this. Thank you for watching, by the way. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I still get upset. Well, not upset, but I still feel it if no one listens to my music. But no one's going to listen to it if I don't tell them about it. But why bother doing all of this stuff in the first place? Why don't I just focus on trailer music? And it's because I just love creating. I love drawing, I love taking photos, I love making videos, I love writing music, I love singing, I love all sorts of creation. I love being creative. And that's what I want these videos to become again, this chance to be creative rather than being so didactic, rather than being so like, this is how you do this, How do you make epic beats? How do you make this? Because I have my courses with the Trading Music School. I have my courses with PROTEGE to do that. So I want this to be about creativity. I want this to be about the life of a creative person. And I would love to hear from you guys. If you are creative people, commenting below, telling me about what you do, because actually that's the thing that excites me, is people's creativity, and I love it when I find out about some of the students on the PROTEGE course or students on the Trading Music courses about what they do. And I love it, especially when they're like, oh yeah, so I do Trading Music, but I'm also a photographer and filmmaker. I go, oh, that's so cool, that's awesome. Because creativity and the creative tools we have as composers, as whatever it is you do, they span the whole thing. As an employer, a creative person is a very attractive prospect because you have creative problem solving. So here we have it. This is my call to you, my creative viewer. I'm a creative person. I love creating. You're a creative person. You love creating. And I want to share that with you. It's kind of like a creative call to arms, Let's share our work with each other because it's exciting, So for me, my life is about creating beautiful work. Beautiful being in air quotes. And that's what I want to start doing with these videos. Creating fun, interesting videos that are fun and interesting for me as well. Oh.
Time for hypersleep again. Buzz Lightyear, signing off.